Hey guys, what a day. This was crazy. Um this is crazy, and if you didn't trade today, I wouldn't feel bad because I remember when first started trading, I used to see like huge range days, and this was Jesus, it went 120 points one way and then pulled back 80 points and went up 40 points, and so this was a crazy market. um, I wouldn't really care too much. So if you sit on the sideline, good for you. Um, but this was a crazy, crazy market. If you guys know, I read the Dome order flow, and the Dome was moving extremely fast. It was really crazy. So you know, just been trading for a while. You have to make adjustments, and if you can't make the adjustments, then don't trade. So the adjustment I made was I was just playing momentum. And if I get in and the market didn't go in my favor right away, I would scratch the trade because it was just moving so fast at certain points that I would get in, and if it started and with slippage itself, I would lose 4 or 5 6 ticks, even 8 ticks sometimes just because of slippage. But when I did catch a couple momentum, I caught a couple nice moves. So it was give and take both on both ways. But what I really wanted to talk about is making adjustments. If this is going to be the new normal, whether it's for a week or two or whatever it may be, you have to make adjustments, and this is where the hard work comes in. This is where the trading plan you have, strategy you have, you may need to adjust it a little bit. And I don't want anybody to revamp. I'm not saying to revamp your whole plan. What I am saying is you need to adjust your plan according to the market and what's going on currently if you're an intraday trader. So that's what I am saying. So you have to look at the market, you have to study these charts, you have to figure out what's going on, and you have to make adjustments. So tomorrow you won't be caught off guard if this market does this again. You should have a plan. You should be formulating a plan right now to attack this thing if you want to trade, or you can sit on the sideline. Either or, to me, makes sense. But um, yeah, like I said, I was just playing momentum, and I would get in if the market didn't move in my favor right away. I was just scratching out of it just because the market was just moving so fast and it was so volatile, and it was just so like sloppy that it just didn't make sense. Anyone tells you about certain things, oh, this level and that level, I just don't believe that today. Today the market was just whipping back and forth. There was no rhyme or reason to it. Pretty much, you can, in hindsight, you can say, "Oh, this level held," but in the midst of it, if you're trading it in the midst of it, and I traded it just wasn't that easy. And to say, "Oh, it bounced off this level," and I had a 1 point stop, and it just wasn't that easy. The market was just crazy today, and one thing I learned too over time is respect the market. Um, just respect the market and respect what it's doing, and that's what I did, and I respected it by I would just scratching if it didn't go in my favor, scratching, and sometimes it worked out, and sometimes it didn't, and I got a lot of slippage, but I traded it, and I didn't take as many trades as I normally take. Just and there was a lot of action, so. And again, like if you're newer or you're struggling, don't look at this market and say, "Oh wow, it's a 120 point range and I didn't get anything, or I didn't trade this. I'm not a good trader, or I suck." This market was crazy and it was unusual. I always talk about outlier trades. Well, this was pretty much an outlier day. You know, in the sense of the action, not profit wise, just the action. This is not the norm. So don't read too much in it. But if the market's going to be like this for a little bit of time, you need to start to make adjustments and figure out how you're going to attack this market. And that's just what I wanted to convey today. And I also just want to convey that don't listen to the hindsight. People are saying, "Oh, it's easy. You should have played this level," and that. It just wasn't that easy today. And there's people who say, "Oh, I love volatility." I love volatility too, but sometimes it can get too much. And and this has happened too much. This was just too fast, too much volatility. I mean, we pretty much doubled the volatility in from Friday to today, pretty much 100%. I think it was like 50, 53 or something, and 58 was the high. So almost 100% volatility increased, in today's market. That's just not. It's just not something you're gonna just be prepared for right away. So I mean, the first couple, I say, minutes, I knew, just waking up and seeing that the market's down 100, and then it opened, and then you have 20-point bars. I said, okay, I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna wait, and um, I waited for the first half hour just because this move right here was a 40-point pullback. That's insane. So from the top to when it hit the top today at 951, and it pulled back, pretty much it pulled back 70, 80 points. This is not normal market action. So anyone who tells you, oh, it bounced off this level and bounced off that level, I just wouldn't believe it. In hindsight, it looks good, but while you're trading, I'm just telling you, from my point of view, trading this thing is just crazy. The market was just moving so fast. It was so much slippage. I would get in. I mean, I would do orders, and it would just be so much slippage on the order, and even exiting, it'd be so much slippage. It was moving. The dome was just flying up and down. And one of the reasons I think that is because the algos didn't participate today, guys. Because in this type of market, you can't get riskless trades. Algos, they thrive on just getting a riskless trade where they don't really risk anything and they make a tick or two. This market wasn't the market for that. So that's why you see the in my opinion, this is just my opinion, that's why you see the market flying back and forth, because the algos, they can't, there's no reason for them to step in front of this market. So and this is the algos, this is their argument. They do create liquidity because the levels wasn't as thick as they normally are. I can't explain it. If you just watch the dome for a while, you know what I'm talking about. And it was just jumping levels and jumping prices. Like it'd be trading to jump 3, 4 levels and jump back and forth 3 levels, and it was just jumping. So that's what I mean. Like it just wasn't no technical, okay, like a price action or a technical trader, and they say, oh, this level and that level held. It just wasn't like that today. This was just an unusual day, and the best strategy I came up with for me is I just play momentum, and I had a very tight leash on the trades, and even then I would lose 8 ticks on some trades, and things like that, and 5 ticks and 4 ticks, and it seemed like I had pretty good like timing where, okay, it didn't work, I was scratching, I would still lose 4 or 5 ticks, 6 ticks. So it was just one of those days. Make adjustments. If it's like this tomorrow, you should be a little bit more prepared. Dip your toe in just a little bit. Um, I'm a little bit more prepared for it now than I was today. But today was very interesting, and those who love volatility, I like volatility, but this was just a little bit different. But all in all, I did have a positive day, to be honest. But and I caught a few huge, huge trades. But that's besides the point. The point is the market condition, and that's what I wanted to talk about. Just the market condition and how you have to make adjustments as a trader, and that's what I really want to convey today. Market conditions change, so you have to change with the market. If you don't, you either sink or you swim. So you either adjust or you die. So you either adjust or you don't trade. Simple as that. So make adjustments. If this volatility is here to stay, then then it is what it is. We have to trade what we see. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. But trade well and have a good night, guys.